I recently celebrated a birthday, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am because that's my business. But I always like to take time at that point in the year and reflect on what's happened in my life. And as I was doing that reflecting, I thought back to high school and what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I had a long list of things. Some of them were I wanted to sing in a rock band, and I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I wanted to be a teacher, and most of all, I wanted to be a mom. Well, God in His grace and mercy has allowed me to meet so many of those goals. I sang on a worship team for many years, so I got to sing in that rock band. And I worked on a ranch, so I was able to practice some veterinary medicine. I taught preschool and kindergarten in a Christian school for 6 years, and I got to be a teacher. But the best part was I got to be a mom. So now I'm a mom and a grandma. I've run a daycare, I've spoken into the hearts of kids in that Christian school, and I've been a foster parent. And there's nothing better than pouring into the lives of those children. In Proverbs chapter 1, which was part of our devotions recently, we read in verse 8, "Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They are a garland to grace your head and a chain to adorn your neck." Several months ago, I ran into a little guy in the grocery store, and he was telling me about some of the struggles he was having. And I talked to him about finding somebody that he could talk to and confide in, and I encouraged him to talk to God about it. And I told him it was kind of like this, and I had him try and pick up a 25-pound bag of sugar. It was really heavy. But then I went over and helped, and between the two of us, we were able to easily carry that 25-pound bag of sugar. And I said, sharing your problems and laying them at God's feet is like that. You get help to carry that heavy load. Well, I ran into this little guy not too long ago, and he was telling me about a friend of his who was having problems. And he told him about the 25-pound bag of sugar and how he needed to talk to somebody about it, and he needed to lay it at God's feet. That little short lesson in the grocery store made an impact on his heart, and it was that chain of gold around his neck. The Word of God, when you plant it into a child's heart, always bears fruit. Just like it does in our heart. God's always faithful to bring that about. Just always remember that. Lay it at God's feet. He's faithful to help carry that burden. This has been the Heart of Devotion.